Hello, good morning everyone. Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. The 19th and 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan Annual Legislative Accomplishment Report 2022. Due to the midterm election last May 9, 2022, there was a change of administration on July 1, 2022, and the legislative branch of the province of Surigao del Sur was composed of the 19th Sangguniang Panlalawigan cover the period January to June 2022 and 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan covered the period July to December 2022. Under the leadership of Honorable Vice Governor Librado C. Navarro, presiding officer. He chaired 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are: the 19th Sangguniang Panlalawigan conducted 24 regular sessions and 1 special session from January to June 2022. Record of attendance. Based on the attendance sheets duly certified by the Secretary and the Assistant Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, as presented in table, Honorable Jenice Ricky J. Sayawan Sr. attended 25 session or 100% of the total session conducted, followed by Honorable Margarita G. Garay. Honorable Ruel D. Momo, in 1st District of the province. He chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Glenn P. Plaza. He also chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Manuel O. Alameda Sr. chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His top 5 landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Henrik M. Pimentel. He chaired 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Valerio T. Montes Claro Jr. He chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Conrad C. Sihako, Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in 2nd District. He chaired 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Margarita G. Garay, also in 2nd District. She chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. Her landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Jenice Ricky J. Sayawan Sr. He chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Raul E. Millan. He chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Reynaria M. Nazareno. She chaired 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. Her landmark legislation are the following: Honorable John Paul C. Pimentel, President, Philippine Councilors League, Surigao del Sur Chapter. He chaired 1 committee and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Maria Lourdes Caron C. Momo, President, Provincial Chapter of the Liga ng Manga Barangay sa Pilipinas. She chaired 1 committee and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. Her landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Jimmy Igancid, Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative, Surigao del Sur. He chaired 1 committee and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following: Honorable Charles P. Ariza, President, Panlalawigang Federacion ng Mga Sangguniang Kabataan. He chaired one committee and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His landmark legislation are the following.
A pleasant morning once again to everyone, especially to Governor Alexander A. Yekti Pimentel, Vice Governor Manuel O. Alameda Sr. To all department head of the province of Surigao del Sur, it is my great honor to present to you the 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan Annual Legislative Accomplishment Report from July to December 2022. The current 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan record of attendance is based on attendance sheets submitted by the Secretary and Assistant Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. A perfect attendance of 2 gentlemen from the 2nd District was achieved. They were Honorable Jenny's Ricky J. Sayawan Sr. and Honorable Raul K. Salazar, with 24 sessions participated. Honorable Vice Governor Manuel O. Alameda Sr., Presiding Officer of the 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan. His most notable accomplishments include the following. Led a number of committees and authored and sponsored legislation during his tenure. Honorable Ruel D. Momo was elected as a first-rank member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of 1st District this province. He served as chairman of 2 committees, authored and sponsored resolutions and ordinances, and enacted landmark legislation. Honorable Amado M. Leno Jr., a member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the province, is known for his legislative efforts. Among his accomplishments are chairing 2 committees and sponsoring resolutions and ordinances. Honorable Antonio C. Azarcan, Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in the 1st District of the province. He chaired 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. His expertise includes boundary settlement and land conflict resolution issues in the province. Honorable Valerio T. Montes Claros Jr., a member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored several resolutions and ordinances. As shown in this picture, he was responsible for passing landmark legislation. Honorable Jose Dumagan Jr., a new Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in 1st District of the province. In the picture presented in slides, he was elected chair of 3 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances that added to his new landmark legislation mileage. Honorable Conrad C. Hako, retained as a first-rank Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in the 2nd District of the province. His landmark legislation achievements are included in this picture. Served as chairman of 3 committees and authored and sponsored numerous resolutions and ordinances. Honorable Margarita G. Garay, also retained as 2nd-rank Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in 2nd District of the province, has been recognized for her notable legislative accomplishments. She chaired 1 committee and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. Honorable Jenny's Ricky J. Sayawan is a Sangguniang Panlalawigan member from the 2nd District. His accomplishments include authoring and sponsoring resolutions for legislation that has had a positive impact on the province. He served on 3 committees and chaired 1 of them. Honorable Anthony Joseph P. Canedo, a new and young legislator from Municipality of Hinatuan in 2nd District of the province, chaired 2 committees and authored and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances. One of his notable legislative accomplishments was the passage of an information technology resolution that promoted computerization throughout the province. Honorable Raul K. Salazar, Sangguniang Panlalawigan member in 2nd District of the province, played an important role in enacting legislation during his term as chairman of Committee on Cooperatives and Livelihood and authoring resolutions and ordinances. Honorable John Paul C. Pimentel, ex officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan and president of the Philippine Councilors League, Surigao del Sur chapter. He chaired the Committee on Energy and Power and authored several resolutions concerning energy in the province. Honorable Melanie Joy M. Guno, ex officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan and president of the provincial chapter of the Liga ng Mga Barangay sa Pilipinas, led the Committee on Barangay Affairs and sponsored various resolutions and ordinances as shown in the chart. Honorable Jimmy Icansad, ex officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan and Indigenous Peoples Mandatory Representative for Surigao del Sur, chaired a committee and sponsored several resolutions and ordinances that addressed tribal concerns in the province. Honorable Charles P. Ariza, the youngest Sangguniang Panlalawigan member, president of the Panlalawigang Federacion ng Mga Sangguniang Kabataan Surigao del Sur chapter, chaired a committee and sponsored numerous resolutions and ordinances that benefited young people in the province. Committee hearing. The Sangguniang Panlalawigan, through its Committee on Finance and Appropriation Chairman Honorable Jenny's Ricky J. Sayawan, held a public hearing for the presentation and approval of its annual investment plan on November 29, 2022. The Provincial Budget Officer Jose Grego Bandoy and Vilmaron Quilo were present during the meeting. And on December 5 to 6, 2022, Budget hearing of the fiscal year 2023 General Annual Budget of the Province of Surigao del Sur, where all chiefs of office were requested to present their respective accomplishment in the years 2022 and budget proposals for the year 2023 prior to the approval of General Fund Annual Budget.
Office of the Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan and Surigao del Sur Public Library and Research Center accomplishment.
That's the end of our presentation.
I am Pixie.
And I am Java. Thank you for watching.